The worst. With the worst.
The worst YouTube
The worst.
audience? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, TOS. We got the best audios.
So you're
I'm gonna hit
saying
go live now.
S for our audience.
Yes.
Okay.
But they get to vote, so they'll probably put themselves at an F because that's how it works.
Well,
Oh,
I'm
hi, everybody.
going to test that. That seems ridiculous. Hello, Stuart.
Hello.
Part two. Part two. Part deux. Un, deux, trois, deux.
Yes, yesterday was the best of TOS, which had some interesting choices and
Yes.
rankings by you guys. Today will be the worst of, which should again be a fun ride. So we'll see how it goes.
I learned something yesterday. I just don't know what it was, but it was interesting.
Sure. Huh? Huh? That's one word for it.
I
Yeah.
don't think I quite understood. And who likes our custom widescreen TOS image, Stuart? What do you think
I do.
of the
I do.
thumbnail?
I do. I do. I do.
Is anything wrong with it, or is it kind of nailing it a bit?
I think it's perfect. I like the AI extension. I think it did a good job.
Until you notice that
Oh
guy on the
shit.
left-hand side, for some reason his trousers are a skirt, are a diamond, are a... That's broken as all hell. Don't know what's happening there. But everything
Yeah.
else is exactly. But it's created new people on the side that look very good. I think the hair on the right hand lady is basically the same as the face and hair of the left. Anyway, yes, I use Nano Banana to extend. Or was it Photoshop? No, it's Nano Banana to extend it because these damn lives need widescreen. And it's like TOS isn't widescreen, but I wanted to capture the ceiling and the people, and so
But you done good.
I might be the first person in the world to enhance an image this level from Way to Eden. I mean, I'm a man of world firsts, but is that a world first to be proud of, Stuart?
Yes, absolutely. 100%.
Speaking of proud, Stuart, we got paid today, and I want to thank you all for January's support. The bonus people, the chat point 100 right at the start of the month, absurdly, exceptionally helpful. I just
Yes.
want to call
Saved
out,
our ass.
saved our ass. Just want to call you out, especially because these lives fund the channel, do what we do. We have fun, you have fun, and the support really came to play, and it absolutely came to play. So thanks so much in advance for this next month because we keep rolling into more months. So keep up the super chats, but the PayPal is so wonderful because the percentage is like 40% more. So if you put in 10, that's $4. Just we don't have to get back, but it's close enough. It really adds up.
And don't forget, we got some drunk yards coming up this month,
Yes.
which will have some cool,
Yep.
fun PayPal things as
Mm-hmm.
bonuses. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yeah. Double fun. Hey, Abril. This is Matthew. Well, welcome. Good to see you. God, it's been a while. Yeah, you guys are fantastic, and it keeps us doing the stuff that we want to do, like cover the Klingon ships and all the other ships. And I'm certainly working to get the stow ships to cover for our academy. And oh, and speaking of, this is of course the one that we've been told about, episode 5 by various people saying, wait for episode 5. So I'm excited to see how good or not good episode 5 is.
that's tomorrow. Damn,
Yeah. See you in a minute.
good stuff. Yeah, yeah. Go share. Go share. I'm going to tell you guys to hit that like button, hit the thumbs up. We appreciate you guys. You went to see your appreciation for us by hitting that thumbs up. So please do that. Be sure to just participate in the regular chat. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell icon to all so you don't miss any content from us, whether it be edited or live, such as this. We do a lot of content, so we want you guys to be part of it. Also, make sure that you are clicking links in the descriptions below of every video because there are links for the Teespring and the TeePublic store, some cool Trekyards merch as well as other things. And be sure to support the channel, as Sam was saying. PayPal, huge help. And if you can shoot a PayPal to give us your worst episode of TOS, we appreciate it. It's 2 for 1 over there, so $5 will get you 2 choices for 2 episodes. On PayPal, or sorry, on Super Chat, it's $5 per episode if you want to put in for one. We appreciate that as well. We do want to discuss these. We want to have a good discussion about TOS and what makes an episode good or bad. Had some interesting choices yesterday, so it'll be interesting to see where you guys come in today. And you know, yeah. So anyway, we will get to all that stuff in just a second here. But if you want to help the channel in another way, you can join the channel here on YouTube. There is a join button down there, or you can head over to Patreon/Trekyards. It's another way to support us on a monthly basis. It all means a lot and helps us out immensely. You have no idea. So thank you to all of you. You guys are amazing. Not him. The guy putting his earbuds in is not amazing. All you guys are amazing. Hit the like button. We only have 11 likes and 20 people here. I don't know if you heard me or if you're just ignoring me.
I don't know if you're talking to me or them at this point in the live.
You.
Excellent.
I was talking to them when I said the person that's putting his earbuds in right now is not amazing, but they all are.
Ah, see, my brain autocorrected to the super chat in. I was like, okay.
No. Just insulting you in the best possible way.
Excellent.
You're not amazing. You're fantastic.
Oh, wow.
See? All right. We do have some super chats and we have a PayPal. So let's get into the super chats first. Classic for real, $2. Oh. Never fear. Classic for real is Blurst YouTube audience. Yes, you are the Blurst. Just cross between the best and the lamest and the worst. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
you're awesome.
Some people go to Grethel, some people go to Heaven, and Classic goes to a different place for real. Just goes somewhere unique. He can watch both skies and laugh at what he does.
It's always for real.
Yeah. It is always for real.
He goes on to say with $2, woo, I wrote Stuart and Sam's paychecks. Wow.
A percentage. A notable. A notable percentage, yes. Thank you. Yes. We do try to earn it.
All right. Admiral, we'll get to the PayPal in just a second. Admiral Matt 1701 throws in $10. So thank you so much. I will start today with my choice, the episode Spock's Brain.
Now, this is the best of the worst. So no, it's the worst of the worst. Well, yeah, it's
the best of the worst. So the worst episode is S.
Yes. So as bad as it is the highest rank it is. So if it's not bad at all, it should be F.
Yes.
If it's bad, it should be S. As in the worst best. Okay.
Yes. Doesn't make a lot of sense, but it does make a lot of sense.
So F if you think there's nothing bad about it, kind of thing, right?
Yes. Now, I said this yesterday. I don't feel that Spock's Brain is the worst episode of TOS by any stretch. It's close. I mean, it's down there, but it has some really interesting moments, as we talked about with McCoy at the end, doing the reconnection of the brain, Spock helping out. Brain, what is brain? Use that all the time when somebody says brain for any reason. So that's a memorable quote, let's be fair. And yeah, there's some jankiness, obviously. It feels like this is a very thin plot that was stretched quite a bit. There's a lot of filler in there. Could have been better. Could have been more well thought out.
Is it character filler, though?
Nah.
Because at least if our characters doing stuff we want to like is interesting. At least,
yeah, it's not as bad as like Let This Be Your Last Battlefield, where they're running around the ship to waste time, or the Omega Glory with the dude with the thin with the. It's fine. It's not the worst episode at all. Like I said, the weird thing that really bothers me and is janky is the remote control, the chick of Spock like moving. Like, that's just silly. So
yeah, it's funny when tech goes against the hardness of the reality of that's not very sci-fi, is it? It's just a remote control. I mean, is this the threshold of TOS? We asked this yesterday. Is it conceptually interesting with some good bits, just happens to have such a memorably bad segment that you remember the segment? Because the concept's fine.
Yeah.
Because it could be quite good, but yeah, its execution is... Maybe it leans so far into taking itself seriously with a subject matter, like calling itself Spock's Brain. I get it, but even the I mean, Tribbles, yeah, it's silly. I understand it. There's levels of it gets a bit silly, and this one just kind of takes itself seriously, even though probably it shouldn't. Like if the episode had instead been Spock's Brain inside McCoy or inside Kirk, and then they're all playing each other's characters. That would have been, you know what I mean? That could have been a really interesting, memorable episode. A body swap one, if you haven't really
Yeah,
seen
but I
before.
like the idea of his brain missing. His brain is gone, and they don't know where it went.
I mean, what? And taken by a savage who got limited brain power upgrades due to a computer. It's like,
Yeah.
hmm? Yeah, I don't know. You've already said it's not your worst of TOS, which is interesting.
Yes.
I don't know if we got the lot worst, your opinion worst yesterday. We'll find out today.
We did.
There we go. I definitely say I would not give this any higher than an A for badness because it is still a hard watch in a lot of ways.
Yes.
It's not boring, but it's like, you guys are award-winning writers. Why did you write some of these choices?
Well, Gorgonzola says S is for super bad right now, right? Yes.
Yes. The best of the worst episodes. Yes. 'Cause it is famous for a reason, right? It's like the dumbness of Threshold, even though some good, the tone deafness of another part of it, you've got to kind of say, well, yeah, okay, it probably should, you know?
Yeah. All right. Well, let's see what you guys are saying. 19 votes. C wins with 68%.
Although 0 and A and 26, so 26% of the people agree it's one of the worst, but most people say it's mid bad.
And I would agree. Would agree.
Damn. People be wrong. In the sense of who call this a junk episode. Interesting.
Switch over to PayPal, which is classic for real. Figures no point doing, and for the children shall lead or journey to Eden or Spock's brain somehow. The viewers think those are A tier on the good list. So do Mark of Gideon instead. Probably end up at a D or an F for this one, the way things are going. Let's see. Find the image for it. I don't even know what season Mark of Gideon is.
I was going to say, I can't. Which one that is?
It's the one with the lady and the pressure thing.
The lady and the pressure thing.
No, maybe that. No, that's Lights of Zetar. Sorry. Mark of Gideon is the one with
all the faces.
The people with the staffs. No.
No, it's the overcrowded ship.
Yes.
The one that we both rather enjoy, but people didn't like it last time. We were like, what?
Okay.
But we like that one. It's this one with this lady. There you go. You can extend it.
Yeah.
We both like this one. Great concept. It's so fun to see the Enterprise. Just the sets as sets, and that weird claustrophobicness of it's our home, and yet obviously isn't. It's a replica, and yet making it feel like a soundstage as well because it is a soundstage. And the fact it's not all in their different time frames, so they're in real time. But he's kidnapped, and it's it's really interesting. I like this one. I don't know why people complain about it.
You might have to resize the chart though. It's all off. Yeah, to see to see an empty version of the Enterprise and then see out the window and all these faces pressed against. And it's an interesting idea. They want to basically kill off some of their population because they're overpopulated. So they're
properly overpopulated.
So they want to get the one guy's daughter ill so that she will spread it to the population. I think it's a really silly way to go about it, but I love all the confusion. Like, we're beaming down to these coordinates, and the coordinates don't really match, but they match, and the whole back and forth of where's the captain? We beamed him down to the coordinates. Well, if he's not here, I don't know what to tell you guys.
Oh, I don't know what happened. Crazy, guys. Crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, I'd be interested in seeing like the story around this, like the build up to this of them constructing this fake ship on a planet that's already overpopulated, so much so that there's people like staring in the windows like, hey man, this is where my house used to be.
Yep. You took 7,000 people's rooms. It's like, what? Yeah. And it is interesting to think that I don't know if like you have to be somewhat thinking along a certain line, right? I mean, how many times have we listened to some TV or an advert where because we don't know what's happening, we think it's speaking another language because it's nonsense, but then it turns out they are speaking English. We just haven't tuned in to thinking it's English, so our brain doesn't know how to interpret it. So the fact that they convince Kirk, who, as you said, he's got a love interest with his own ship, is tricked so effortlessly. That's an impressive level of detail there to do, unless he's obviously really not thinking, oh, this must be a copy of my ship. But it says something for good engineering they would trick the captain, you know? I've always thought that was interesting.
The level of detail must have been like spot on. Did they
Mm-hmm.
use a holodeck before we knew about holodecks? Could be.
I don't know.
But yeah, I'd like to know the story leading up to this and the what happened afterwards. Like in a
Oh,
comic book form, even would be cool.
oh, it's odd to think, could they not just build up? You know, go Coruscant, just keep building bigger and bigger cities in the sky because there's sort of unlimited space in the sky. It's unlikely they've got 150 trillion people and one continent, right? They could just build higher, and the higher the lower, as you know.
Hmm.
I know, I like it. People are gonna bitch on this, I'm sure, in the but
Yeah.
I like this one. Now I might not like it, and I'll re-review, but in my recollection of it, I really like it.
Oh, and speaking of, for all the people here, all 29 of you,
Oh,
since this is the 60th year of Star Trek, the
mm-hmm.
60th anniversary, sorry,
Strange New Academies.
Starfleet Academy is over, um, we are going to start reviewing TOS episodes. Try to do one a week.
Mm-hmm.
So keep that in mind. Anyway,
Maybe even the full review treatment, which means we really need your guys' support to keep those going to make it worth it. And you know what? That could be a lot of fun because we're going to review it exact same way as we are everything else.
might do edited and live.
Mm-hmm. Unless you guys really don't care, then we obviously won't. But assuming you care, there you go. Tune in. There'll be real reviews. There won't be, look, someone's first watch or just loving it for the sake of it. They're real reviews.
Yeah. Anyway, 27 votes. C wins with 56%. And a
Okay.
three-way tie for second.
Interesting.
S, A, and B all have 15%.
Okay. I
I think
like it.
this is better than Spock's brain.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh,
but
maze. Oh. And Mr. Atos says, Ty Condoroga always reminds me of this episode. Yes. I'm not surprised why.
mhm, mhm.
And remember, guys, this is the worst slots. So you're saying that there is So the fact that you guys are saying there is 3 ranks higher than Spock's brain of worse. Okay. And maybe none is going to get the S in this. I don't know, but maybe.
I just thought of something that we should maybe do for things like this that might confuse people, or not confuse people, but kind of tell them the way that this is going when they
Yeah.
roll in
Yeah.
late. We should rank the first like 4 or 5.
Oh, to
So
give
there's
a
baseline,
yeah, I could see that.
and then let people vote for the rest. And then maybe at the end shift some of the ones we placed.
Although you say that, but we would neither have prorated either of those necessarily at that level. So
Yeah.
you guys are interesting. We'll give you that.
Okay.
All
We
right.
have got Admiral 1701, $5. I have one more episode, The Alternative Factor, and that's bad idea for an alternate universe.
Lazarus?
Yes.
Yes.
This is one that was
Yes.
an interesting plot because it was an alternate reality, and this doorway could destroy both universes entirely.
Could be a real bad day.
But his ship just looks like a Buck Rogers like escape pod thing. His makeup, because of the beard, gets thinner and thinner, and then gets fuller and fuller, and just because of the shooting order that they did it in, which is kind of odd. And this one also suffers from the whole we don't have enough story to fit in 45 minutes. So we're going to have some crazy scenes of him battling himself in this
Boy, do we.
shifty void with red and green or red and blue filters, and uh, there's a lot of that shit going on, and it's kind of confusing on first watch. Like, you need to rewatch it a few times to really figure out who's who as far as the Lazaruses go and the real motive behind it. So interesting premise, could have been much better, but it's For me personally, this would be like a C tier. This would be a mid tier one. But yeah.
Mm. This is one that I remember we watched quite a lot as a kid for whatever reason. I've always liked it because I think he is a great vibe. He gives off that crazy guy, yet also plays smart as well. He gives off both energies very well, which is quite a diametrically opposed performance, right? I always kind of like
Mhm.
spaceship because they don't often build like full spaceship sets, so
Mhm.
they should build a full spaceship. And I believe this is the one where he steals dilithium crystals from the ship, so you get a really
Yes. Yep.
unique textural add on to the show. And yeah, certainly the who's who is confusing, but it's also you're not meant to know which one's which for a chunk of it necessarily. There is a certain ambiguity, but you know which one's good, which one's bad, and of course they're not either. Because isn't the one we're following actually bad overall? Like isn't he the
Uh,
because I think he's trying to kill I think I think he's trying to kill his other self, not caring it'll hurt the universe, and it's the bad one who's actually the good one, who is the calm one, who's from the other universe, who decides to sacrifice himself to stop this guy from being a dick. I'm pretty sure.
yeah, I'd have to go back and rewatch.
I'm pretty sure because that's the fun twist. Because you know he's the villain for the universe. It's like, well, no, he's not. Yeah, I've always followed it. Doesn't mean it's gonna hold up when I watch it again, but I've always quite liked it, and we're gonna see how it holds up. Gosh, episode 27 of season 1. Can you imagine making 27 episodes of stuff like a TV show, and 29 in season 1? I mean, can you? Oh, so many. It's ridiculous.
And Dan
And
Van says I picked A because I thought it was very boring and long in places. I also find this one kind of boring in places. Yes.
See, I find
Mm.
the alien guy compelling, so I'm not bored by it. It is a bit Vasquez Roxy once you realize it's the same place they tend to go.
Mhm, mhm.
I don't know. I like the
Mm.
concept a lot.
I like it. I like it a lot.
I mean, not the hubs, but the concept.
Let's see what you guys are saying. With 23 votes, D wins with 52%.
Okay, well, that's pretty strong. And
Better
also,
than Spock's brain. I would say that, sure.
oh yeah,
Better than Mark Gideon.
no, I say
They
Gideon's
are.
better concept. This is probably more interesting acting by the guy, but also small note. There's another we said last week because I do a lot of Star Trek fan films where noting females' hair is quite important because each era has its own styles and makeup and such. So interesting. This one has another black female with an afro, a small afro, which is another interesting
Mhm.
precedent. They did have them Starfleet this era. I didn't know that because I don't necessarily remember female haircuts at the time.
Mhm.
Interesting. Boy, yeah, his facial
Right?
hair got a lot thinner in this scene.
Oh, yeah.
Wow,
Yeah, yeah.
what happened to his beard? There's nothing left. His beard, it's gone. And then there it's fucking huge. Wow, god damn it. They have not continuity this shit at all.
No, the continuity issues are quite
Unless is the
staggering.
two versions of him I'm just misremembering, because that'd be a subtle thing if one has a wispy beard and one doesn't.
Yeah, no, I don't think so. I think it's very much like the filming order that they did it in. It's just whatever. Yeah, I don't think it's representative of
God,
film.
yeah. I'm sure the stuff with the full beard's early in shooting, they had time to do his full beard. It's a
Right.
pretty full beard.
Mhm.
Wow, that's hilarious. We will complain about that in our review. With a breakdown, you know. Damn it between the two scenes.
Someone is at the front airlock.
Oh my god.
Hold on a second. We'll be right back.
All right. Super chat in your or PayPal your submissions. It's 2 for 1 though, so $5 equals 2, as you guys know. Yeah. Oh, okay. And then Classic wants to re-roll for the one previously, which was Mark of Gideon. So he wants us to re-roll for this, saying he thinks people might have misunderstood DF is worse, not better. Yes. Okay. Re-roll. Fire here is worse. Okay, so we're going to give it the same DC. So everyone gets to vote again. We don't often do revotes. So DC BA. So currently it is at a C. If you think it's worse than Spock's brain, notably, then it should be B or higher. So quick reroll. Let us know.
Oh, we did his reroll, classic frills.
Doing it indeed. Deborah, Lazarus ship did look a reject from Lost in Space. Yes.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Yes. But it's just a head of ship. They built a ship.
It's so small. It's so teeny.
That's
But it's a dimensional traveling ship, not space necessarily. So that's
See, it's
cool.
interesting. Concepts, thoughts.
Could be like the TARDIS. You get inside, sit down. It's huge.
Yeah.
You wouldn't, you know.
Right. You know, push into like a vortex, and you can something in a trans-dimensional. Yeah. Why not? Right? Maybe. Yes. So re-roll, revote, and guys submit more. Maybe just submit the worst one to start off with. Let's set precedent. Because what is, okay, you know, I challenge you all then. What is genuinely the worst TOS episode? Right? Let's put some in and let's see. Because if you've now set Spock's brain isn't, what are you guys gonna vote is? Right?
I could put one in.
No, let's save it for the people. Let's see what they think.
Okay.
I'm challenging them.
Okay.
Submit now, let us know.
Yeah, like if I was to re-roll, if I was to actually just place these where I think they belong, which I have the power to do, Spock's brain would be at A, Mark and Gideon would be at C. I'd probably leave the alternative factor at D. Yeah.
Because part of it is also the things that annoy you, the things that you think are bad. I mean, personal preference is always going to play a part, right? So, yeah, some people love stories, and some people are Stuart.
Hey, if it's done well, I don't have a problem. It's when it's just the same shit all the time that gets boring.
Same shit every day. And hey, but also Stuart can be convinced. Have you seen Holly Hunt's performance in Academy? Stuart's all for it.
Oh, I think she's doing fantastic. I love Aki as a character. Fantastic.
Even so much he remembers her name.
I have them all written down here because
yeah,
that way I can.
What was the villain's name?
Noose Braca.
Well, is he going to appear again soon? Because, you know, look, Paul Giamatti's in it. It's like, well, if he's in 2 episodes, he's not in it, is it? He's a guest star. Just saying.
Come back for at least one more episode, but
I was about to say he should be in episode 5 to mid-season, but that's next week. Or is this week? It's tomorrow. I mean, probably in the final 2 episodes, I would expect a 2-parter. I would hope so.
maybe.
You know, bookend the series. But I guess he's just some guy. You know, he's not exactly important. And he has lots of ships. Has some time to regain his forces.
Thrib says, trick question. TOS has no bad episodes. No, didn't say bad episodes.
Yes.
The worst episodes.
Yes.
Because everything has good and bad. Even though bad for some series might be like really good still. Yes.
Well, like, what's the worst scene in Star Trek First Contact? Right? Because it's an amazing movie. What's the worst scene? Well, it's going to be one definitionally. So what's the worst one?
The 3 of them in the Phoenix together. Some of the scenes with
we can't go. Why? What's wrong? I can have music. What?
Yeah.
I'd say some of the Lily stuff in the corridors, not corridors, but the
yeah. Any Lily stuff is could go.
It's funny because the sickbay thing is so great to see the sickbay and the Doctor, so it bookends the fact I don't care about Lily being sickbay.
Some of the Borg Queen stuff's a little bit.
So time to shine, you know. Show me back into the end of Endgame. Give her time to shine, Stuart. Give her time.
Her shiny metal skull and spine as it gets pulled out.
Ooh, a spine can shine, is what you're saying?
Yeah, it's made of chrome. Looks like it anyway.
All right, what are people saying then? Because it feels like, despite the reroll, people are very much staying on the same track.
What's the reroll for? Which one?
Well, Gideon, classic one to the reroll. Seems pretty full on there with the
Well, I
rank.
think anytime anybody pays for a reroll, we should take out the tier that it's currently in. So they don't have that as an option. So it has to move.
You think? But what if it was correct, as people seem to like it? Possibly.
Then the board doesn't move, and the reroll thing was wasted.
Well, it
Somebody
confirms it. Confirms it.
it doesn't though, not in this listing.
Fair enough.
All right. Next up is Admiral Matt 1701. $5. I think the best of the worst TOS episode is Savage Curtain. Love the episode for the action and idea of good and bad, but really no substance.
Interesting.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
the Excalbians. We talked about this yesterday.
So how bad is it, guys? Higher number is worse.
It's this. I don't know if this is the one that set the trope, but it's the standard Star Trek trope of I'm testing you to see how good or bad you are. The Metrons do it. Q does it. It's been done in
The
Star
Gorn
Trek.
kind of does it. The Organians.
Yeah. That's the Metrons. No.
What in Gorn?
You said the Gorn did it. The Organians.
Yeah,
That was
Organians.
a Strange Worlds episode with the Gorn. It's Metron. The Gorn never tested. Tested us.
No. So wait. So who are these then? No, they're the Scalpions. Yeah.
Scalbians.
Sorry, really confused me there. Yeah.
I could tell.
Yeah. It's like, keep going.
Yeah, I mean, for the funniness of having Lincoln and things like that, like Lincoln floating in space as a premise, if you tell that to somebody, just sounds silly.
Yes.
In his chair. Yeah, just testing the idea of good and evil. I think it was very well done. I don't think there's anything really wrong with this episode, except for the weird 1960s kind of like, come on, Lincoln, even though he's a good Lincoln, that's theater makeup. And not going to watch a play at the theater where he gets shot in the head makeup. That's on stage being Abraham Lincoln theater makeup. Like, it's overdone. Other than that, I really like the Excalbians. So
you would imagine they're probably slightly tailoring the makeup to how big pure screens are. They're not conceiving
and black and white still.
Yeah, they're not conceiving this to be seeing color for most people on a better screen in 50 years. So they're thinking, right, how do we? I'm sure they did a makeup test. You know, how can we make him look like him on this bigger screen for people? And it turns out that level of heavy makeup makes a difference. I would assume. It's only now that we're seeing. It's like, well, it's like some props in TNG. You can see it. You basically see the scene where that Grebe is stuck on to the wood, and you can see the wood grain. It's like, oh, that's wood.
See the excess hot glue.
Yeah, and that's just ooh, the USS hot glue kind of works. So, I mean, it's a small thing, but not everything's gonna work quite as well as it could do, and that's okay.
This one for me, establishing canon before there was real canon, like with Colonel Green and filling in that kind of time frame and stuff like that, is interesting. And like I said, the Excalbians look fantastic. So there's a lot to like about this episode. I think for me, if I had to rank it on this list, it'd be an F, because it's probably the best of the ones here so far. Might be on par with the alternative factor. The alternative factor just needed more meat on the bones. It's a really good idea, and I enjoy parts of it, but
it's almost like a dessert, but you skip the meal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is, we obviously, the fact they said, oh, we need to do more Klingon stuff. Oh, bring up K-less. The fact, if it was a standalone, it would be whatever it is. But it's because the whole universe kept expanding around it that it has a weight. And I can't wait to re-see some of these and see how consistent they are. Yeah, I would give it a pretty low mark here, because it's good. And yeah, I mean, look at that costume. That's great. how much papier mâché was that? A lot,
Yeah.
all of it. That's probably a
And even
papier
the claws
mâché.
moved and things like
Oh,
that. Yeah.
and considering how many just floating energy ball creatures they have, they made a
Yeah.
thing.
Yep. Yep.
Well, imagine when was that item destroyed? I can't imagine what it's made of has survived for
Costume.
60 years. Yeah, that costume piece.
Yeah.
Because
That's a good. I would like to know where it is if it still exists. Yeah.
if it was preserved, which hopefully it would be, I don't think it would still be intact. Pieces, sure, but yeah, when was the last time it was fully assembled? When was the last time it was? 'Cause it's such a piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see what you guys are saying with 27 votes. D wins with 48%.
Okay.
I would agree with that. Yeah.
People like it.
Although F wasn't an option. So if anybody wants to re-roll this one to see
True.
if it serves an F, which I never thought I'd hear myself say about a good episode, but
Give them the fair shout or unfair shout, as the case may be.
yeah. Classic Real says, I'm just so thankful TOS is at least natively in color. Yes, exactly. It's not like a few years earlier where it would have been absolutely black and white.
God, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it came out in just the right time in terms of they've got some
Yeah.
good costumes and makeup, and it could look a lot cheaper, a lot easier.
Yep.
It was like Star Wars, right? Imagine Star Wars being made 5 years earlier. They just couldn't do all the model work. Just couldn't. And then Star Wars,
Yeah.
what would it be without all that stuff?
Well, they couldn't do it at the time. He had to create his own fucking
Well,
company.
that's something they could do it because he invented
Yeah.
it. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
you see what I mean. And Bloody Empire. I mean, what a evolution that was. God, crazy.
Yeah. Patrick James, though, throws in $5. So
Thanks so
thank you.
much.
Cat's Paw sucks so badly I have refused to rewatch it for 40 plus
Oh,
years.
oh,
You don't
damn.
like Sylvia? Sylvia.
Maybe I like Sylvia.
Okay, where is the Cat's Paw? Kept seeing it yesterday and now I can't find it. Uh, anyway, yes, Cat's Paw, the Halloween edition episode. Not fantastic, but
I
I
don't
like
think I've ever seen
seeing.
it. I think I've said that before. I know I've
I
seen
like,
bits, but never just seen it. Again,
I
you're
like
you're
seeing
at the
that.
mercy of your family. If they don't want to watch it and you don't know where the VHS controls are, then there you go.
I like seeing Spock or sorry, Scotty and Sulu being like controlled and kind of mindless zombies. Why can't I find the image for this fucking episode?
There it is.
Um, oh, thank you.
Welcome. That guy, who I assume is important,
Yeah, I forget his name, but
Magician Man.
his wife's name is Sylvia. Anyway, yeah, it's very much dungeons and castles and just spookiness vibe going on for no particular reason except that these are just little fucking aliens. Like they're little, and I forget why they chose. I guess they were tapping into the crew's inner like fears, dungeons and castles and spot black cats, and it's like that's kind of cliche. But
And
again, it's the '60s,
and what
so
you mean is that they had access to some of these sets from another production and they were able to use them at
yes,
half cost.
100%.
Which, in fairness, without that, we wouldn't get the Nazis and all the
And
gangsters.
it's funny, the outfit that this guy is wearing, this exact robe, is used in an episode of Gilligan's Island. Gilligan was wearing it as like a wizard's robe. Because yeah, all the shit was reused back then
Mm-hmm.
between the studios or at the studio. So but yeah,
Yeah.
this is a there's a few memorable things from it, but overall, um like one of the memorable things, of course, is the giant cat walking through the halls, but it's just a shadow. Silly. Then there's the Enterprise being encased in like a clear resin and held over a candle where the hull of the ship in orbit is increasing. Um, and then yeah, it's all controlled through their wands. So Kirk gets the wand, smashes it, and it breaks the illusion entirely. And you see these two small little things on a rock that die. Like it's odd for a lot of different reasons.
But
But
it
I think
was trying to be.
it was trying to show how strange life forms can be, I think, um, on the budget they had. I guess. And those things make a reappearance in TNG. They're on one of the monitors in one of the classrooms. The outline of the little aliens. So yeah. So yeah, it's not the worst,
What could have
but
made it notably better for you, do you think? Like, change the actors around, make it shorter. You know, you never liked it, but what would make it notably? Yeah.
super good question because there's nothing that's really coming
Uh-huh.
across as like
Exactly.
egregious in it.
Because it can be mid for no particular reason, but I want to feels like that changed that, you know, or not. It's fine, right? So some ideas can just not hit, and that's absolutely fine,
Yeah.
right?
Actually seeing a giant cat that's threatening as opposed to just a shadow on a wall, and you
Mm.
hear like you hear hissing and shit. It's like that's supposed to be imposing. Okay.
I mean, you say that, but there's you know, we love Red Letter Media, and there's where they look at the giant bunny episode and they build miniatures, and the
Yeah.
physics of a normal sized bunny are still present. See, you know what I mean? It's like, oh my god. And even now, as good as Terminator 2 is, you can see the miniatureness of the model shots where the city's getting destroyed with the bus. It's like, these are obviously not the scale, and you can't fake the scale of a big scale, the small scale. So they don't hold up really because they are not as effective. Other things do, but like, yeah, not real scale.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, keep submitting. You guys, we're chatting because you guys aren't throwing at me. In fairness, are these the worst ones? Maybe. But nothing worse than a C. I want to see what the F's or the S's are. Got a bit confusing. I want to see what the S's are, guys. What are the worst? You know, submit the worst. Or even a B. What's a B in this list? I don't even know. You know?
Devo77X says Assignment Earth got an F yesterday. No, it didn't. It got a D.
Yes, nothing got F, did it?
Nothing got an F. No.
Yeah, it was quite surprising in a good way. You know, hey, people like TOS. You know, it'll be so interesting though when we finally do the reviews and actually compare out of 10. You know, to that actual score, because not everything's going to make it in the same way, right? Not everything is. It'll be very interesting.
32 votes.
Mm-hmm.
C wins with 75%.
Okay, so it's equally bad as some other things.
Or is equally good.
Yes, true. Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I can throw one in. I'm interested to see what people are going to say, because I mean, we did something we just didn't do last time, right?
Yeah.
I had tons. Let's throw in one that. Let's see what people. Okay, see what people. Because not better than last time. How bad is Tholian Web?
F. It's a fantastic episode.
That does work. Fantastically not bad.
Yeah. This is like one of the standouts. This should have been mentioned yesterday. This probably would have got an A or an S. At least it should have. I mean, for me, it would. But yeah, this introduces the Tholians, and they love punctuality. They're Tholian web, the interdimensional space, which is a real problem with Tholians. Tholians are a pain in the ass.
Is it better or worse than C's or D's? Just saying.
Oh, it's absolutely better.
I'm talking to the audience, Stuart. We know.
Oh.
Don't talk to them. You know.
This is an F.
Okay.
Plus, you get the Defiant. We get transphasic Kirk floating in and out of transphasic space. I get the spacesuits, the awesomely cool TOS spacesuits.
They're so damn distinct, and they don't look cheap. There's the colors. I mean, I'm think I'm biased, fine, but they have such design to them that even though it's so simple elements, tubing and silver and beehive, like it all comes together really well. Just it has a more than a. I'll tell you a little story. Pill vote. I did use a program. I saw various people like. Well, I don't use AI for everything. It's interesting as a tool towards projects. And one of the people I watch on YouTube did can I create like a game in 2 hours kind of thing, a challenge. And he uses this software that just updated its programming to take an image from ChatGPT and have this program AI generate a 3D model based on that image. So he was create an original gun model based on a picture of a gun and to customize how it was.
Mm.
And because most things like that are symmetrical, fair enough, it's not that difficult. And they put that gun straight into the game, and he was playing with a gun he had created in a game he'd created in 2 hours, and it was that easy. So I literally got out of bed because I watch YouTubes at night, and I got out of bed and said, "Well, how much is this?" So I went on my PC at 3:40 a.m. whatever, had a look. I was like, "Okay, is this?" It all adds up every month, of course, constantly. I'm like, "Okay, let me do the free option because you can free test, but you can't save unless you pay." So I'd end up paying, and surprisingly good. Knowing that nothing's a hero asset, that's fine. So there's loads of great prop auction pictures, as you know, from various like prop works. And I took a really beautiful set of images because you can the new feature was you put several images in. It's a really, really huge feature. And I put several of them in this for the spacesuit, and it wasn't amazing or anything, but it was like, damn, this is the spacesuit. To model that would suck. And so actually, if you look at the last film I just made with Marie and Marcus, there's actually a TOS spacesuit just off to the side.
See you all, Admiral Matt.
Good to see you, and as in, come back soon.
Yes.
So I actually did put
Anyway.
the spacesuit in my last Trek short because I could. I assume you didn't notice it, but let me get a picture up because I was quite pleased with that actually. Yes.
Okay. Are you gonna say anything about the episode before I close it out?
All right, there's the spacesuit, Stuart. I just love the idea that
Mm-hmm.
Nielsen has a spacesuit in her office for some reason. Isn't that cool?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, the episode's fantastic. There's so little wrong with it. The Tholians are great. It's always fun to write for Tholians. I would like more model shots of stuff happening. And I really dislike the new Tholian version from the remaster. I think it's terrible. In comparison to the original, I think when we did our version, the one you fight, the one you talk to, the Tholians you deal with, Stuart, they have my version of the upscale. It's much better in my opinion. No, it's great. I really like Tholians.
Well, with 30
Oh my
votes,
god!
I'm overriding it and saying F
What
because
the hell happened
somebody
there?
somebody's fucking around with different accounts and shit because that can't be accurate. It's going to F. I'm sorry, but there's no way that this should be on par with Spock's brain.
No, that's insulting to both parties.
Yeah,
Wow.
so I'm overriding that despite what the fucking poll says. Because the numbers were jiving for a while and then it just started to get ridiculous at the end, where it's like people had time to go to different accounts. Because I think somebody's fucking with us on that. I'm sorry, but
Yeah, because if you look at polls in across time to have Spock's brain and Therm's Web on the same chart, you get punched by Trek fans like in the 70s. Be like, are you joking? Wow.
yeah. I feel like rearranging this whole board the way it should be for right now and then going from there. Because yeah, no, there's no way Foley and Webb deserved anything other than that. So
And we are biased
whoever's
ship
voting
guys, but
otherwise,
yeah.
yeah, whoever's voting otherwise just to fuck with us, please stop.
A lot of
Because
people
come on,
voted for the D though. A lot of people voted for D.
that's wonderful. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
people vote for my D. Doesn't mean they're going to get it.
Do they though? One person does. Okay, your first override of the stream.
Yeah,
Yes, we have.
I'm going to bring in one that should be S.
Ah. Okay.
Yay, brother.
Ah, yes.
Overall premise, not so bad. These religious cult led by a crazy scientist uh,
With the
want to
best
go
bad ears.
want to go to an ideal planet where they can just live their life and be free of the Federation and all the rules and probably taxes. Who knows? Um, good idea, sure, but ridiculous costuming, ridiculous hippiness. It's just, ugh. If you would, again, this is kind of like Code of Honor. If you'd wrap these as like aliens that were like freeing oppression and, you know, still kind of crazed, and the planet they go to turns out to be all acid based, so they end up like burning themselves when they walk on the grass, as these guys do. Sure, it's Eden. It looks beautiful, but it's not. Sure, it would have worked better, but I mean, Dr. Severin's got some cauliflower ears going on there. Uh, but other than that, they're not really alien, and as a result, it just comes across as like 1960s hippies. So, plus some of the dialogue's really bad. It's like Herbert, and the Yay Brothers song, and it's just some silly shit.
Well, it's a testament to don't do drugs, kids. You might turn out like these guys.
Perfect.
Yeah. But the thing is, how much of that was intentional cringe 60s, or was it just, you know what I mean? How much was actually intentional?
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Uh, yeah, we're gonna have to reel in the polls a bit more instead of giving them such a broad scope, I
That's
think.
why I've given for less for this one.
Yeah, I noticed, but still, they're still being dumbasses.
Mm.
This, come on, guys. Let's be fair. I'm just gonna quit. I'm just gonna give up. I'm just gonna sit here and like stare at the screen and go, nope, because you
I
guys aren't
mean,
taking it seriously. So why should I?
at some point, you guys are gonna break Stuart because 17 votes and B, which means I deliberately didn't give a C because obviously worse than C. So you think this is a now
It's the worst on the chart, which is accurate.
because part of why we do these isn't just the quality. Like, even if you think this episode's a 3 out of 10 or 4 out of 10, it's in comparison to the show.
Yes.
So there is going to be several S's in this and several F's because there is a worst of the show. So if you're saying this is B genuinely, then there must be an S and an A that are worse than this in TOS. Because you can't have no worst of TOS. Otherwise, then we'll move everything up until this is S. And you know what I mean? Like, oh, it'll just have to move because there's obviously an S. So genuinely, if you're saying this goes as a B, and obviously most of you are voting B, what is the S then? Someone submit for the S, because something I
Yeah.
think people are going to ask for. Because what is 2 ranks, because we're going to respect that, of course, but what is 2 ranks worse than this in terms of TOS? Right?
Let me take a gander and see if I can think of anything.
Yeah, because,
Nope.
because we've got 2 of the famously worst ones that are B and C. Yeah, right? Otherwise, if we don't get any S or A's, we'll just move everything up. Because if the worst of TOS is a B, then that must therefore be an S, and therefore we'll move things up. Let us know. Interesting what you guys think. Because that is a strong majority. Almost don't think it was that bad. If the BJ
All it
says it's
takes
the
is
worst episode.
somebody. All it takes is somebody with 5 or 6 accounts though to skew things like that. Just saying.
5 or 6? Who has 5 or 6 accounts?
Yes, classic. Don't worry. That's the next thing we're doing. Looking at the PayPal's.
That's 5 or 6. That's crazy. 24 votes, 23 people. Okay, this is currently the worst episode of TOS by a lot less.
70%
All right.
say B.
Okay, what is the
But
worst?
yeah,
What's worse than this? That's the question.
yeah. What's worse than Way to Eden, guys? I am
Yeah.
curious.
Asking you all, you fine folk, that Stuart will not beat up after this.
Classic for real. I think he protests a little too much. He kept saying it's not you. You swear. You swear it's not you. It's not you. You swear.
It sounds like he swears.
It sounds like it might be him. Classic for real says is all like okay, fine. Assignment Earth. It's not a bad episode for fuck's sakes.
No, that would be a C for me.
Yeah, maybe even a D for me. It's not that bad of an episode. The fact that it's a pilot for another show, but Star Trek is in it. um, yeah, like I said yesterday, the premise around them actually going back in time to Earth is dubious at best, but I mean, hey, whatever.
Well, it's funny, had they explored the concept later on in Trek, it would be okay. The
Yeah.
idea of regular time travel trips, you could make it really interesting.
Yeah.
But it also breaks so many rules, it's absurd. Because of course it does.
Yeah.
It can't be breaking the timeline. And I haven't got time to tell you why.
But no, I mean, this is a great episode and it's fun because well, you don't learn about them yet, but the Guardians become a thing because of, unfortunately, Picard, but also Prodigy,
Yeah.
which does it much better
Yeah.
and actually like ties it in with the dude we see in TNG as well. The
Mhm.
whatever's anyway.
Traveler.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
So yeah, it's not that bad, guys.
I mean, it's a fun watch. I don't know if I'd want to watch it that many times because it's not got Star Trek in it, if you know what I mean. It's not as
Mhm.
compelling as it could be, but as a first watch, it's super interesting. And the fact it has all these repercussions of, yeah, there's a guy who's been assigned on Earth with hyper advanced tech and very low key about it, you know. And
Mhm.
I guess he's fixing problems, but are these problems always going to happen or not? Right? Because is he changing
He's not
time?
fixing problems. He's just, yeah, I don't know how exactly
That's what I'm saying, but that's
because
interesting, right?
it's humans that got abducted from Earth centuries ago
Hmm.
that were raised to become these guardians, make sure Earth stays on the proper path. So I guess they do know Earth's future and they want to make sure that
Or
we
do
achieve
they?
everything we're supposed to achieve. Yeah, well, exactly, right?
It's interesting because, yeah, you know, things can go wrong. Or is he a mild superhero? Don't know. It interests me. So it's definitely not the worst by a margin.
Well, the audience disagrees because yeah, somebody's fucking with us, obviously.
Ah,
It's clear. 30 votes, 57% S, 30% C. Like, come on. I guess we're gonna have to stop doing these kind of lives where you guys vote. Um, because we've noticed this a lot in the last few that there's just it's so skewed in directions that don't make any sense.
I
And
mean,
we always have the same like 30 people here. So I assume it's somebody with multiple accounts.
well, with that many votes, tell us why you think it's the worst episode of TOS so far.
And you've asked that many times before, nobody ever chimes in,
I
which
get
again
it. Well,
makes
now
me
is the
think it's
time
suspicious.
because that's what's that? 12, 16 people. So 16 people said it's the worst episode. Okay, Classic did vote S, so he thinks it's the worst episode so far. So why are people saying it's the worst one? Genuinely interested then, because let us know. Just have you seen Red Dwarf? Haven't you?
I mean, yeah, up to a point, yeah.
Remember the Inquisitor with the mask who goes through time and judges people of different timelines to say you could live your life better. They replace you. Remember that one?
I don't remember that
Ah,
one,
oh, it's
no.
great. He says, "Justify yourself." That's why it's a reference to you guys. So justify it. Oh, I tell you what, Stuart, because you must be watching, right? If we can't get 4 people saying why it's an S, it's going to go an A. Because there's
No,
six.
it should go in
Well,
D.
hold on. There's 16 of you who voted who are on their phone right now who can say. So if 4 people don't tell us why it's the worst episode of TOS, it's going to go an A. Right now. So 4 of you, not just I did. Why? 4 people, because there should be loads.
Mhm.
Just saying. Just saying. If not, so this is your time. You've got loads of people who've apparently voted that way. Let us know.
And I think the next super chat we don't have an image for because
Ah.
I can't see one.
So yeah, we're gonna
All
give you
right.
guys 2 minutes more or a minute more. If you can't find reasons why it's S, they'll make it A because need reasons. 16 of you voted.
Classic says he ordered S for this one because he didn't like it that much because it's boring and not real Trek.
Okay,
Quote unquote, not real Trek. Uh-huh.
fair enough. Hey, at least it's a reason. Sure, I just want 4 reasons. It's 3 more reasons. Otherwise, it gets an A.
And they'll all come from Classic for real, just in from different accounts. Uh, Anton Smith says, honestly, it's not that bad. It's watchable because it has a decent plot and interesting characters. B. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so 3 more.
And
You got another 30 seconds, guys. And you've had plenty of warning to give it the score and tell us why.
the Paradon says, to be fair, I really voted on a gut feeling, but it's just too less Trekky and too time travel's sake, as far as I remember.
Okay, that's 2 out of 4. Need 2 more people to express why they gave it an S, the worst TOS episode so far. Guys, on the 20 seconds to write. I was put an A.
Cribs, it's a Mission Impossible. Dan Ben, it was a backdoor pilot.
That's not negative.
No.
Who's
More
Terry
Mission
Gill?
Impossible. It did feel like Mission Impossible at the time, yeah.
Well, they're not, of course, like the famous Mission Impossible with Tom Cruise, because boy, it's
No, it was Mission Impossible that was airing the same time Star Trek.
No, I know,
was.
but
The real Mission Impossible.
but most people think of that now because that hasn't.
Nobody thinks of that.
I mean, they've eight movies and several billion.
Peter Graves, man, Peter Graves.
Okay, last 10 seconds, guys. We did one more. Why think it's the worst thing, or it'll be an A, because you couldn't find of 16 votes, you could not find 4. They're obviously here to vote, and tell us why. Which I think is very fair, Stu. I asked for 4. Could ask for more.
Mm-hmm.
And there you go. You guys have failed to produce 4 reasons why. Four reasons. So there you go. Gets an A because you guys couldn't justify the choice. And I didn't need any. Just needed a reason. Didn't have to be good. Just needed a reason. So there you go, guys. Interesting.
All right. Well, next up we got Patrick James, who throws in $5 and says Court Martial. Yuck. What Court Martial is a good episode. I absolutely really like Court Martial. I don't know why would you say yuck. Maybe you don't like the procedural like court episodes, but I mean,
I kiss you. You say yuck.
They kind of stand out as the best. They kind of stand out as some of the best of Trek. Like this has some really smart dialogue. It's got a whodunit kind of vibe. We got a missing man who's presumed dead, an angry daughter. Then we find out that he is in fact hiding away on the Enterprise.
Oh yeah.
And the way that they find him with the toning out everybody's heartbeat except for the one, and him just being basically Janice Lister from the last episode, where he feels that Kirk wronged him and as a result got a command and ruined his career and blah 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 blah. So it's got a lot of really dramatic and well written and well thought out premises, honestly. And well, it's in the remastered anyway. The opening shot of the 2 Constitutions in orbit was like really well done.
And if you'll note, I didn't even give people 4 options because it's clearly not a B-A. It's significantly better than Way to Eden. So I'm not even giving people the option of that because that would be silly. No, this one's really interesting. I mean, first of all, the guest cast is fantastic from what I can recall. Having a black lead prosecute man, a woman lead prosecute man. These are things we don't think of now, but at the time, and they're not played for anything. It's just they are, because of course they are. I do remember the kid actress being a bit obnoxious. I think she's older than she is playing.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
But that's just they couldn't get a good actress because of reasons. I mean, it's fine. But the lawyer's fantastic, super old school. I mean, having books is whatever. A lot of sets. I mean, I'm scrolling and there's a lot. I mean, they're all boring TOS sets, but for what they can do, they're all Starfleet-esque or Federation-esque, and so it's fun to see variations on theme. And I really kind of just want to rebuild the courtroom scene and put Foley on trial, just to see him do the trial scene, because it's a fun little trial room, you know. It's just basic walls, but no, it's cool. Yeah, really well written. The character works really good. I'd forgotten the twist, so thank you.
This is he's not dead.
Yeah, and dress uniforms are so damn sharp. They're silly in their own way, but they're damn sharp. Well, boy, talk about casting a villain-looking guy at the end. I mean, he is not a happy-looking guy with his crazy eyes.
Hiding on a starship for like however many days it was, and not being able to sonic shower yourself. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, I feel that's not real fire torch. I feel like he put makeup on to make his face look worse, which is fine. Probably. And he's definitely dyeing his hair because he looks way older than to have dark hair. But again, they could just be don't sleep for 2 days. And where did the warp core go? I guess it might not be in... Oh, they're not in the engine room. Wait, no, they are in the engine room. They're in the engine room, but they've blocked off the stairway up to the top floor. And, you know, no dilithium chamber.
Well, that's gone many, many times.
Doesn't make it right, but I'm just saying. There you go. So, yeah, this is definitely one of the best we've seen so far. Yeah, it's great. F, I'd say, probably.
Dan says S means it's really good. No, S means it's absolutely the worst. So let's see what you guys are saying. And oh, look at that. It's lining up with exactly what Classic for Real wanted with the skyscraper in C. C wins with 35 votes and 67%. It's funny how I'm getting more suspicious as we go along here. All right. Next up is a PayPal from Classic for Real and says it's paying to re-roll everything because we are having people say in the chat they're confused about the voting. We're not going to re-roll everything. We're just going to set it the way that we think it should be and move on from there.
New poll. Read it right now. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Let's see what's the new poll. How bad is Measure of a Man? There you go.
There you go. Yeah, Spock's brain A for sure.
Yeah.
Cat's paw highest B.
Yeah. Court martial.
Gary 7 maybe C because it does lackluster a little bit in Trek. I think we've got to be fair to that.
I think Mark and Gideon should probably be a D.
Oh yeah, D. Yeah, Metrons. No, the Scalpions.
There's no Metrons.
Sorry, Scalpions. That could be an F. Because in this metric, like F, there's so much beyond F. I would say. Yeah, that's why I would probably give it as well.
Okay, there you go.
But I would say Spock's brains, they're near each other, S and A, for cringe and stupid. Just A has better stuff, but also stupider stuff, potentially. I don't know.
We need to have them all filled in so that...
Yes.
So that's where we're going.
Excellent. You're welcome.
See. So that's how it should be. We'll move on from here and we'll use context because context is important.
Context is king? No.
Yes.
Yes. Or is it four kings?
Oh, it's context is king.
Okay. And cash is king. That's another thing. Oh, thing.
Yes.
What do you think? Should Foley be on trial in a Trek shorts? Would that be interesting?
For what?
Being too cool?
He's obviously been framed or...
Oh, yes.
Something's happened, right?
Yes. That'd be cool. Oh, can you imagine the Foley crew like having to testify against him because he's been framed? That'd be cool. And because you've got me, you've got Dad, and technically Marcus. God, you've got a whole crew, haven't you?
I'd have to get a dress uniform to be on trial now, wouldn't I?
Yeah, no one makes those though. No. Maybe you're so deemed... Ugh. You're not allowed a dress uniform. Yeah, no makes those. 22
votes on this poll. Three-way tie for second place.
Okay.
But F wins with 41%. So it's not even, it's like, this should be like a 90 some odd percent vote.
It should. I mean, I can see it being a little bit dull. And probably in rewatches it gets less good for chunks of it. Which I think is fair. But also, it's like one of the top Trek episodes of all time. Says us. In fairness, says us. But, you know,
well, let's move on.
Multi-award winning, I think.
Yeah, now that we've made things right, I feel so much better. I don't feel the ick anymore. So,
you had the girl's ick, did you?
Yeah. Patrick James, $20. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm having such a hard time picking bad episodes of TOS. Give me Discovery and I will go nuts. Well, we'll get there eventually.
And that
I'll be an S.
Well, yeah, because there's 5 seasons, so probably that'd be interesting.
It's the only time Discovery would ever get into the S tier. So,
well, I think we just review them on like best or worst because there's 2, 2, and 1 plus short treks. But I mean, hey, 20 certainly puts in 4. Happy for that because that support does make us go. Let me throw it in 1 and see if you guys are going to put it. I am interested. You know, you don't want to do. Let's put in the very first Mud episode, which is a bit is a bit cringe in a few ways. In fairness,
how
the amount of filter work.
Oh,
the way it's
The
filmed,
Vaseline on the lens. Yeah.
the overdoneness of it.
Yeah. Very 1960s costuming as well. He's dressed like literally like a pirate. And
But
yeah, it
suits him
brings
real well. I mean, that
yeah,
belt, totally practical, not at all stylish.
yeah.
Not at all style
Bring
points.
brings his ladies on board with the Venus drug, and we get the whole the miners that are out on the I forget the name of the planet, but it's the same planet from JJ's 2009, which is in orbit of Vulcan for some reason, but this in this case it's a anyway, it's supposed to be a sand blasted planet, and in JJ because it's snow and it's in orbit of Vulcan, like within visual distance of Vulcan, and Vulcan's a hot planet
Not
because it's
Epsilon
close to
4,
its
is it?
sun. Something silly like that. Anyway, regardless, the one guy in there is also in TNG. He plays an admiral in the Binar episode, um, which is awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, anyway, yeah, it's kind of 1960s um, sexism going on a little bit in this episode, Tad. But
But also, I'm sure in 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, all beauty contests will be seen as sexist. Just any, because they're objectifying women based on appearances. So, time moves on and people judge it negatively. It's like, yeah, well, yeah.
mhm. Anyway, this one it's one of the earlier episodes as
Mm-hmm.
well, so we got to kind of give it a little bit of leeway,
Mm-hmm.
tad. But it was very much a product of its time. It was kind of that tropey, you know. There's stuff like this going on in westerns and like literal pirate movies and things like that. So it's just
Mm-hmm.
one of those storylines that carried over. That being said, it's not the worst thing ever. It's one that I wouldn't really pick if I had to go and rewatch TOS. I That being said, the acting from Mud is fantastic. He's quite a character, so that kind of raises it up a tad. But yeah, for me, this is probably going to be in this metric, probably a C, possibly even a B. But we'll have you guys give it an F for one of the best episodes of Trek ever, probably. Oh, you didn't have that option. That's a shame.
What a shame. Yeah, this one's funny because it's a really interesting concept. I don't like the miners and their dim and dreary sort of stuff, but that was intentional, right? But he's a standout. The women are fine, and obviously the difference between the makeup and not makeup is like Blair.
Oh yeah, and the reliance on the dilithium. Like we need
Mm.
dilithium crystals so badly. If you're our only option. Like really?
But we hadn't
Yeah.
we hadn't learned that far. I don't know. It just seems
Yes.
like it's a. I think I always felt the end was a very lose lose. Those women don't want to be on that mining planet with them.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. So it's I just wish the sets they had weren't just like it's a rocky set but with a little bit of stuff. It's so this is the future. Even on a mining planet, you can have a basic house. If you go to Antarctic, they'll have a nice cabin because living space is important. So they should have had a nicer set. Like if this is not, it's not whatever. Anyway, yes.
Classic Real says, and don't forget cauliflower ears from earlier becoming a U.S. Air Force four-star general. No, that's not.
Mm-hmm.
Cauliflower ears is Dr. Severin. The guy that's the general is the guy, the hippie with the curly hair, regular ears, and plays the
Mm-hmm.
little
Mm-hmm.
guitar thingy. Anyway,
Yes.
yeah, this episode they hadn't established what Star Trek was yet, so the lithium crystals, like that whole subplot thing, is kind of silly if you're perfectly honest, but yeah, it's fine.
But it's same as like space warp factor 7. It's like, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Time factor 7,
There you
whatever
go.
the fuck they said.
It's like, yeah, okay, okay, okay.
Let's see. I think you guys are close on this one. Let's see, 38 votes. A wins with 58%.
Mm.
Second place was C with 29. So, yeah.
It's aged less well, but not for lack of good idea.
Yeah, I think overall plot, it's right up there with Spock's brain as being equal. But I think the character actor that plays Mud
Yeah.
elevates it,
Mm-hmm.
so it shouldn't be on the same level as Spock's brain.
100%. Mm-hmm. Yep.
So,
Exactly what I would say. Down to a T of what I would say.
okay.
Okay. Interesting.
Robert Buckley, $10. Don't worry, I made it just a little late. But
Oh.
Commander, pick your least favorite episode.
Oh, okay. Yes, sir. Oh, damn. That's a good question. Oh. Uh, uh, huh.
Let me see if I can maybe help you.
I mean,
Move
I
one
I
around.
think they've been picked already for my least. I mean, I don't want to do the. I'm fine with the empath. That's not great, but it's not objectionable.
Least favorite of the ones remaining.
Yeah.
Moving one
I'm
around that you
I'm
might.
yeah. I'm gonna say a different one just because I can remember
Okay.
it more. Just because it cringes me out more. Charlie X. Just his acting. I get it, but his acting, the story, a lot of it doesn't work for me in the way that it could. I don't like Janice Rand, as little as she is in it, being mistreated so much. So this one, I think, it had definitely not hit its stride yet, and I would say it's one of the worst episodes of TOS, probably. After we watch, but gut reaction, right?
Disagree. Uh, again, this establishes like that the weirdness of outer space. This human kid was raised by these aliens that essentially taught him how to use their power. And as a result, he's a teenager who doesn't understand anything about anything with no father figure until Kirk steps up to the plate. I think his treatment of Janice is spot on for what the character
Mm-hmm.
was age-wise. So that doesn't bother me at all. Uh, again, this is a very early Trek still
Mm-hmm.
not a lot established. Like, if they're going to eat fake turkey, I want it to at least, or fake meatloaf, I want it to look like turkeys for Thanksgiving. That kind of order going down to the galley. I mean, it's fine, but his acting is odd, but that's good. That's what the character I think needed. So, and I love the Valiant crew that beam aboard with him that are like still wearing the old like turtleneck style uniforms, and they're like just happy to get this guy off of our ship. It's the ship that he later destroys. But yeah, I can see why people don't like it, but I like it for its unique sci-fi elements.
Well, it's very similar to
And
Mud's Woman, right? It's just not as refined an
there's
idea
nothing
as,
sci-fi about Mud's Woman, though.
well, the drug and selling women in space and.
That's just that thing that happens and has happened all throughout history. This being raised by like entities that can teach you to
But it's
use your
also,
brain
but
powers.
I always thought it was weird to have this and the Gary Seven, not the Gary Seven, the these the Voyagers, no, Gary Mitchell episode right next to each other. Two ultra powerful beings, both men, both misusing the power. It's like they're very similar, which is why, of course, Doctor Gods and
Yes.
Men use both characters in the same way. One is a villain
Yeah.
because they're very, very. Had this been season 2 with the more maturity of how they could write dialogue and the story, it would have been a lot better. I think this just was a good idea as a baseline, but he's a creepy as fuck guy, but he's trying to be. It's intentional. Just for me, it doesn't work as well compared to other things. That's me.
Yeah. Well, okay, well, let's see. With 31 votes, C wins with 48%,
Hmm.
which, let's see, with Assignment Earth, I'd rather watch Assignment Earth than this one. All right, there's one I want to bring in,
Okay.
which I think hopefully people don't like because, again, some memorable lines and character interactions, but Friday's Child, where they go to a planet that McCoy's been before. He knows the local people. Klingons are there trying to influence them, and bitch is being a bitch because she's entitled
Now,
and she's
pregnant,
pregnant.
hormones, you know.
It doesn't matter. Uh, and yeah, the ending's funny where she names the kid James Leonard or whatever. You'll both be insufferably happy. Lines like, "I'm a doctor, not an escalator." Um, but the costuming on the local people is silly, but that's TOS for you. They're little throwy weapons. And I don't remember the main plot. Just the Klingons are there to like cause trouble, and the Federation has to step in and be
An
like,
IGM genie is there apparently. Pink lady with the exact same look. I'm scrolling. It's like, that's just IGM genie.
yeah, yeah. It's not an awesome episode, and I find it incredibly boring.
And isn't
But
the
there are some,
isn't the dad the same guy who is the alien with the little green face? Like he looks very similar.
maybe.
Like he, I mean, it's probably not, but very similar casting.
Yeah, it's a more boring episode I find, and I'm not really stoked to watch it. That being said, it does have some funny character moments, especially between Spock and McCoy, and even Kirk as well. Like,
And I feel like this is just this guy's real beard. It doesn't feel like Klingon beard. It feels like a his
oh,
beard.
you probably grew it for that, but yeah,
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it just feels like a guy with a beard. Doesn't really like it needed a little.
most most unintimidating Klingon ever.
Yeah. Well, it shows when they were successful Klingons, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm scrolling. I mean, it's very visually memorable for the stupid costumes. So I commend them for that. And it is fun to see Klingons not be as vicious in that, you know, they're part of the universe, right? They're returning. And I commend them for the amount of internal I mean it's just bed sheets, right? You know, but at least it feels different, right? And then Planet Hell set, you know, and extra for real. It's a good mix of TOS tropes actually when you break it down. But having a literal shot of Vasquez rocks behind Kirk near the end, it's like, yeah, we're not even going to hang a lantern on the fact. Well, we are, I suppose. We're not even going to hide the fact that we're at the same landmark again. Exact same location again. I bet the
Yeah.
actors knew exactly like at that point. Oh, we'll go drive up there again. Yeah, okay. Every 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I like the politics of it a little bit. Oh god, those the most garbage knives ever at the end,
Yeah.
like butter knives but giant, that are not at all convincing in any meaningful way.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got a lot of visual stuff going for it. But yeah, these are.
One of my least favorite anyway.
And bows and arrows at the end. Mm. Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to rewatch this one and see is it better than we think? You know, is it better than you remember?
Probably like it's probably very politically well written, like honestly, but I don't remember because I get bored so much with this one. I find myself tuning out doing other things when I'm watching this one. A few other ones as well, but yeah.
Fair. We've all got our personal preference ones, and that is A-OK. I'm sure it's somebody's favourite.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. All right. What are people saying, though, is the question. I genuinely want to know the answer.
Well, with 41 votes, yeah, thanks for putting high score equals worst. D wins with 60%.
Oh,
Second place is A though, 26%.
okay, so it's one of the better, worst ones
Yeah.
in here. Okay.
I just have to express my distaste for it for people to like bump it up to where it needs to be.
Well, the exact same thing as me with the, you know, my personal preference one, which did get higher than yours, so you're welcome.
Which one was that?
Charlie X.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so I did win the out of 2 of us,
Yeah.
who got the worst one. But guys,
Yeah, I
remember
would
2
much
for 1 on the PayPal if you want.
I would much rather watch Charlie X because it happens aboard ship. I'd rather see like the Enterprise
Yeah,
than
yeah.
some planet for the whole episode.
I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Jean Paul Wallace
Good to
throws
see
in
you.
£5. the Omega glory, especially the cringe ending.
I was about to say, I was hoping someone put the American flag in it. I think it's that one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna give an S to this one. Okay,
Let's
I
see.
don't remember which one it is around that. Because a lot of these, and that is part of the problem with having more ship based. Okay, so I'm re-scrolling. It's another empty ship. The Exeter, cool. They go around
I
the
gotta
ship.
find the image for it though. God damn it.
You get to see the guy's Velcro for the holster. If I remember, this is the one where he has power packs. He's like, I
Yes,
want to
burn
have
through
power
power
packs,
packs.
which is
Yeah.
a really fun limitation, and I always enjoyed that world building of, damn, you gotta get more power packs. Gotta do the thing. I know I did this one since season 2, but I also can't see this still. Oh no, it's that one. There you go. So I always
Oh
like
yes.
that you have to reload, but it's still, you can still fight an army with one as he's fighting savages, with an absolutely obnoxiously big braid patch. I mean, that's a terrible patch in terms of like efficient and sleek, and this also guy's very terrible skin, which I like. Kind of gives them villain vibe. Uh,
The comms and the yangs. The commies and the Yankees. Yeah.
yes, with literal uh, stone people looking, and then sort of Asian wearing
Well,
army.
the Klingons gave them like black powder muskets.
Uh-huh.
So the Federation, yeah,
Well, yeah, I
stepped it
mean,
up.
if
Well, crazy guy stepped it up.
if you're adding weapons to a planet, it doesn't take much to jump ahead.
Yeah.
Adding a phaser, yeah, that's a lot. I remember scrolling. I remember liking the guy. The costumes are pretty good for what they are. Bit on the nose, but
Mhm.
so is the Nazi one. So is the gangster one, right? I mean, they do what they do. And why is the American flag on here? Because did they invent
Because
it?
it was a parallel, yeah, it's like Muri. Parallel planetary development. That's what they called it. Stupid, but whatever.
So they also found a landmark that has about that many locations they can break up into something called states, assign the states stars, and assume red and blue and
Hmm.
white. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely that definitely gives it like whatever score out of 10 we're gonna give it. You've already lost like 2 points for
Well,
that ending.
it was the same development up to a point, and then like World War III happened, a nuclear conflict, which put them all back.
Mm.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it looks
It
quite dated and happens to have TOS people in it. It's odd. The costume is so on the nose, it just feels like, oh, they just walked into a Doctor Who episode. Happen
and
to have
there's also
TOS, you
yeah, there's also one or two moments where there's explosions and stuff, and you can tell it's just corrugated cardboard,
know?
the containers and whatever. It's a good Star Trek tale in the fact that it's like once if the Klingons give the one side of the conflict weapons, so should the Federation step in, and it's a whole Prime Directive thing. But the thing that ruined it was doing the comms and the Yangs, the commies and the Yankees, and having the American flag and the actual Declaration of Independence. That was just silly beyond silly, like the parallel world development bullshit. If it wasn't that, it would be much better. And we've seen it before in Star Trek, same kind of thing. With the different sides having different advantages, and the Federation trying to make that moral choice of, do we help the other people? So it's a good Star Trek tale. It just didn't quite deliver at the end. And the end's kind of laughable, honestly.
Well, I mean, it's
But
off.
the villain's fantastic. Crazy starship captain,
He's a
well
back
cast.
cap back captain.
Back
Backton.
Backton, yeah, I
Okay, there's
guess.
his Backton tank.
Badton.
I think this is one of the closest allegories to Discovery, in that it's so on the nose that the lack of subtlety is so damaging to it. As you say, the names and the flag, it just hurts it. Had it been another flag, but looked entirely different, rather than stars, it had moons, and rather than stripes, it had wiggles, and it was a different design. Like, thematically, ideally the same thing, but not the same thing. This is what Discovery does, right? It's just this. Look, look. That's what this does, right? And therefore, it's a bit embarrassing.
Yeah.
Go wash your face. Backton. Yes.
All right, let's see what you guys are saying. Worst episode ever, apparently, with
I
S getting 54%, 24 votes.
Wow. Yeah. That would have been the worst episode by actual score of the chat.
Yeah.
So if you guys are to be believed, do you think bad storytelling is worse than cringe and
Visuals.
stupid storytelling? Okay. Okay.
It's just the it's fine.
And
I can't even make sense of
and
it
Thrib
anymore.
says the black white aliens was very on the nose. But it's not though, it's just their design is so uniquely black and white because they're neither black nor white, that's the point. Like it's on the nose if you look at it, but it's so also alien.
Yeah,
There's not one guy in
exactly.
whiteface, one guy in blackface. It's alien.
Can't you tell he's black on the right side? He's obviously a worse than I
Yeah,
am.
it's not literally a flag. That's what I'm saying. Had the flag be something else, but it's not on the nose in the same way. That's why it's really interesting. Like when I was a kid, I never thought that's a black guy. It was not. It's a black, white, white, black guy. Like it's so clever. It's so nonsensical, right? But Dan liked the Omega Glory. Oh, okay.
All right. Next up is Robert Buckley, $5
Thank you,
private
Robert.
little war. Bing,
Oh
bing.
yes.
This is one with the Mugatu and
Mm-hmm.
crazy bitch that uses like a ginger root that looks like dog shit to like put in her pants, cure the Mugatu wound,
Oh
and
God.
yeah.
Vasquez rocks
Oh,
again. I'm here.
this is the one with the muskets, where the Klingons give the muskets. Shit.
Yeah, I didn't see muskets the last episode. I just want to say it because I thought you
Yeah.
knew.
No. I just had it mixed up in my head.
Well, thing is, if they're all in Vasquez rocks, this one has more greenery. This is obviously filmed a different season because actually trees. The last one didn't have trees in the same way. No, great Mugatu. That's a really fun. I mean, it's not as hard to do a furry creature suit, right? Just a giant, whatever. And then you got the. It's funny because when I look at this, I think it's the one from the one he becomes the other guy, Native American guy, because that's the look, but it's not. But I get those two mixed up.
Mhm.
But I'm just seeing a shot of them doing outside work with like a oh god, they go from an outside cool camp to the inside cave set. God damn it! Let's give them the credit there, and they ruined it.
Mhm.
But yeah, what a great look. The lady with it's almost like a waistcoat with bright orange. How'd she get bright orange fur? How'd she dye that fur? It's so fluorescent.
Berries.
It's very nice though, as in fur. Oh, and McCoy phases rocks, making him warm. That's a nice touch.
Yeah.
He doesn't look that interesting though. I'm scrolling through it and it feels like nothing happens. At least the first half.
It's a very Prime Directive episode again. Because Kirk's there. Kirk has a friend on the planet. The one blonde guy.
And Beg's
But
in
Kirk.
there.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. I don't remember a lot of the plot of this one,
Hmm.
except it was just yeah. The Mugatu thing is what stands out to me.
It's a very easy summarizable episode. And they give muskets and they leave and it's a real sucky time. Okay. It doesn't help that they're all in literally the same location. At least the
Right?
forest in Canada, you can shoot it in different ways, but the cameras are so big that they can't shoot it as many ways as then.
Yeah. Yeah, this one's not awesome for me. To be fair, like I said, I like the Mugatu attack and the way she heals Kirk, and she's like the wife or the whatever of his friend, and she's like starts hitting on Kirk, and there's that bullshit going on too. So it's not. That's what I remember the most. So, but let's see what you guys are saying. With 17 votes, D, 76%. Damn. C is 12%. Yeah, it's one of those good Star Trek morality tales of do we help? How much of the Prime Directive do we fuck? One of those.
Well, or are you unprime directive if the Klingons are already doing it?
I think that's what the rationale is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
It's also giving them tech before they've earned it, and that's
Long
dangerous.
before.
Yeah, and that's super dangerous because, yeah,
Have you seen the new Avatar yet?
fire and ash. No.
Yes. Oh, well, it's part of the story. Part of the story in that. It's boy, tech makes a difference. It's like, yeah, if you can fire lots of small bits of metal that'll slice through hearts and 30 of them a second, yep, that's gonna make a difference in war. Yep. Yep. But guys, in the last 20 minutes, we'd love to get even one more $5 PayPal to have 2 for 1. PayPal's absolutely wonderfully help. Yeah, one more 10 would be super cool. One more 5, sorry. Because this is a shorter list. I mean, in fairness, they are some of the worst episodes. In fairness, we are skipping the good ones, but yeah. Well, in fact, the next one is not one, so I'll submit one so I can do a poll to see what people think. Because people mentioned this one, you know. Which one's this called?
Let this be your last battlefield.
Okay, thank you.
Let this be your last battlefield. Yes. Um, Robert Buckley's puts in $5. Move it to F. Okay, I will move it to F. There we go. So yeah, Sharon, the survivors of Sharon, the planet, Loki and Beale are their names, and one's black on the right side, and he's obviously the good guy, clearly. But the last two
Is there
surviving
a
members
distinct
of their
good guy and bad guy
species.
in this? Are they just not equally bad
No,
in different ways?
Beale, the one that's black on the right side, is the bad guy, more or less.
All right.
The other guy is like a slave, the
Ken's the
slaves of the
chain.
planet.
Yeah. I wonder if they hired 2 actors with similar faces and similar hair,
No, no,
or if
no.
they're both.
The chain guy is not the slave. He's the bad guy. He's the owner, the
Oh,
slave
okay.
owner.
So you said black on the right was the. All right, right.
Yeah, black on the right. And his face is black on the right hand side.
Anyway, but yeah, I wonder how people with similar faces or similar hair, because you've got to match the hair at least, the hairstyle and size. It's real dark face makeup though. That is a properly dark. You know, it does make the eyes pop though.
Yeah,
And I wonder the pressure generally of making that line crisp, right?
I've wondered that. I've wondered that over the years.
Because
Yes.
you can't. You would sense. I mean, I've seen episode in a long time. You would sense if it's not because it's a birth thing, right? So it must be perfect, or really not perfect. But the fun is it's half and half. I mean, it's a great idea. It's so damn simple. It's so visually striking. Yeah, I mean, I thought this was a genius piece of concept. But I don't remember it apart from the visual because it's all.
Yeah,
Again, when you're like 10, you don't remember the subtle dialogue as much.
it makes the ridiculousness of just because you're the same species, but one's black, one's white. You're the same. You're right. So it's making that point. And this is one of those episodes that is lacking for script. So there's a lot of running through the halls, pointlessly chasing each other, and then they eventually beam down to the planet, and it's like, oh, we're out of here. Bye. Kill yourselves. So
Oh, okay. Oh no, that's a great ending. Oh god.
pretty much, there's the only two left.
Well, it's not because we see them in other shows.
Those are also different because they have black hair on one side and white hair on the other, which these guys don't have. So clearly, and also it's a different universe, so it's fine. Regardless,
I mean, these guys might dye their hair.
That's what this story is about. If there was a black man and a white man from Earth and they hated each other so much that they'd kill each other, even though they're the same species, that's the point of the episode. So it was just to point that out. And yeah, it's lacking for script. It's not the best episode, but you got the Riddler from Batman there, so that's cool. Yeah.
I had forgotten.
Yeah, I hate their uniforms. They're just skin tight leotards with the bulge.
Yeah.
It's just silly.
Not going to get great points for that. But that's fair. You know, not everything has to be a top tier point. You know?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what you guys say. I think, you know, as far as I remember, I like it, but this is all I remember. I'm excited to rewatch these because I know them, I know how I feel about them, meaning it's good. Doesn't mean I can justify them anymore because it's been a while.
Yeah, this one doesn't really stand up on rewatches for me. This one could have
Mm.
been 25 minutes long. It could have been a half-hour show. It would have been perfect.
Does it have a
But
B story then?
nope,
Right. Okay.
nope. Most of these episodes don't.
Mm.
Yeah. Let's see what you guys are saying.
Indeed.
26 votes. B wins with 73%.
Okay. Okay. So not the worst. Not, and that is a stonking victory. That might be our single biggest vote so far. Damn. Okay.
All right. And then classic
Okay.
for real, $5. F it. Move Gideon to S. Cheesy premise, cheesy plot, and it's just overpopulation is bad, don't you know? With no meaningful discussion or solution. Oof. Okay. Mark of Gideon is
Indeed.
in D, so we can move it up one.
Mm-hmm.
Or sorry. Yeah, he wants us to move it to S, right? Okay.
Yes.
Move it up one to C. He said F it to start with, so I thought he
Yes.
wanted it in F, and that confused me.
Which would make sense. As in to the yes, I see what you saw.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, all of these can be broken down to such and such is bad. Social commentary. That's what TOS did very well. Let's be honest.
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
All right, let's see. We got a PayPal from Classic for Real. This rounds out the chat super chat. Okay, so yeah, it's the other three to move it up to S.
One to tell everybody what he's doing, and one to finish the game. But still at 10 minutes, guys. Are there any that we're missing? I mean, now it's a spread board. It wasn't when we started, but now it is. Do people agree or disagree? You know, I will include this one just because you like it so much. In this ranking, Stuart, in this ranking, you like it so much. Empath, right?
Yeah. This is one of the most boring episodes of Star Trek I've ever seen. It's Kirk and McCoy talking to this lady that doesn't talk in a black void. And Kirk and McCoy get beat up, wounded. I forget how they get wounded, but by these
Punched, maybe?
Telosian looking motherfuckers. Kirk is like strapped up at one point.
Kinky.
So I'll just see whether this chick is going to take their pain away and learn empathy for other beings, and whether they're I guess they're testing her species to see whether her species is worthy of saving. I think this is the premise, which usually it's the humans in that position, but it's just boring. And I hate the music in it. I dislike a lot of TOS music. Let's be honest.
It is quite garish. What would you say were some positives, if you had to say, about this one? Without cynicism.
The alien makeup.
Mm-hmm.
The actual premise of testing to see whether a species is worth saving, whether it has empathy or not, for other beings, living beings, willing to give up its life to protect others, like that. But that's very Star Trek. So, but around that, it's just a boring episode. It's visually to look at because there's nothing going on. And I don't really enjoy seeing people, especially people characters I like, being injured. So, I mean, it's not awesome. But there are some good things.
Yeah, premise over execution.
Yeah.
And I wonder if they were trying to save money, perhaps. That's why it looks as it does in terms of limitation. Or the abstractness is part of the fun, quote unquote, and that's why it kind of works. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
And do you prefer this or the Telosian makeup if you had to pick one?
Just this makeup.
Yeah, it feels more evolved.
Yeah.
Well, the Telosians really have their own, have their own fun.
And
what do you all think, guys? Vote no! Or forever hold thine peace. Is that how this works? Maybe.
Sure. Let's see. I think
Ooh.
Robert Buckley,
Mm-hmm.
yours might be the last one.
I think good one
I
to end on.
I have a choice, yeah.
Excellent.
All right, so let's see what you guys are saying about this one with 17 votes only, but S 76%. I know a lot of people like this one. I personally can't stand it. So
Interesting. So this would have been the second worst episode of TOS according to the actual viewership without some modifications.
yeah, I'm surprised they actually considered it so bad because a lot of people do like this one.
And that would not be a metric that you could shift. Even 10 more people. Some of them, yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. So I'm glad you guys think it's boring too.
All right.
Next up, we got Robert Buckley throws in $10. Cap, pick the worst episode of season 3. Okay, here it is. The series finale. Turnabout Intruder. These are my mind.
Yeah, I disagree, but that's okay.
Well, yeah, it's very much part of his time with the women can't do whatever, but that can be turned. That's her delusion. That's what she thinks, which I really appreciate because otherwise it's really bad. Yeah, the acting's good. Like Shatner gets a chance to overact. She gets a chance to do a good Shatner. She actually does. Very, put together. Um, it's just I think it's such a bad taste in my mouth because it was the last episode of TOS, and it really went out on a fizzle with this one. I did like I said, some of the procedural stuff with the court martial of how do we get, our captain's not acting quite right. How do we handle this while he's still in power? But yeah, there's and it's just things that don't make a lot of sense to me, like her partner, her boyfriend who's helping her with this. Like, what's he gonna get out of this? It's just there's some stupid writing
I
bits.
mean, come on. So many of our life experiences are just because our partner says, please do this. I
Yes,
don't question that
but
for a single second.
when you know your partner's insane,
I
because she's
Stuart, we have partners. We know exactly what it's like when they offer insane things and we still do it. Let's not pretend.
yeah, but that's just the once a month thing. This is like she's
Well,
clearly insane.
how do you know she's not on a period in this episode? She could be having a super
Maybe
period.
maybe that's the only reason. Yeah.
Maybe she took a drug to a super. I mean, you're laughing, but that could be a reason. She's not on a super period. You know?
Yeah, I don't know. It leaves a bad taste in my mouth, probably because it is the last of
The super period, yes.
the series.
Yeah, I just think the acting's so good. It's like Masks, right? It's so over the top and so silly. Like if Masks had been the last episode, you'd say it's a terrible. Well, I mean, these are the Voyages, right? Far worse last episode because that spits in Star Trek, at least Enterprise. At least this one has some good acting and a good general premise, although of course is still silly. And she's a good foil. And they dated originally. Was that part of the premise
Yes.
back in the day?
I don't know if they dated or if they were just in school together and competing against each other. And because he was a male, he got everything handed to him,
Not how
and
that
she had to.
works.
I'm telling you the plot.
Oh, I know. I know.
So, yeah.
I'm interested to see what you guys think. Or is it as bad as Stuart says? Vote now. Last chance, guys. Now, so you're saying that is your worst of season 3, or just the worst of the remaining ones?
There are some not great ones in season 3, but Spock's Brain's already up there. We've got Flights of Zatar, not awesome. Way to Eden's already up there. Let That Be Your Last Battlefield's already up there. It's the problem. And most of them are already up there.
Which is fair. You guys did put in the bad ones.
The Empath, it's already up there. Yeah, so. All right, I'll see what you guys are saying here. With 33 votes, C 61%, S is second with 24%. So majority agrees with you, and that's fine.
Everyone's got ones they don't like.
Classic for real, $2.
Oh.
Stuart isn't Wonky C better than Horizontal Skyscraper? Sure. Moving on, Robert Buckley, $10.
Oh,
Add this to
beautiful.
my leftover from the last chat
Yeah.
and move it to S.
Oh.
Which
It's
one are we
true.
moving to S?
No, it's true. Yeah, 15 left. So that would count. The one you just put in.
Which
Your one.
Turnabout Intruder?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep, he's right. There's 15 in the bank, so that is up 3. Damn!
Okay.
Rob Buckley just loved Democracy's pay to win. Well. Rent is pay to lose, so, you know. And taxes just happened, and that was brutal. Woo! Woo! Spectre the Gun. That's another one as well.
Spectre's great. Spectre the Gun's great. I like them a lot. The I forget what the fucking aliens are called in that one. But they're cool alien design.
Okay, we'll call that the end of the official game, but I'll throw in this one, because no one talked about it at all. And
Ultimate Computer?
And Web, I'd want to see. No one's talked about it yet. Or Space Sea, just want to see. Yeah, what are you going to say for it?
It's an awesome episode. Absolutely love seeing more of the fleet, I guess. Even though they kind of get annihilated and there's really bad original shots of the ships, but remastered's pretty good. But no, I like the idea of automation kind of taking over. Basically, it's a Texas class before the Texas class was a thing. So yeah, it's a great episode, honestly. Fantastic acting from this gentleman in particular. He acts the crazy fool very well. Also, the captain of the Excalibur, some good casting. And just the idea of the computer trying to control a ship. I mean, it's a great episode. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to throw it into the chat, because this is definitely one of the best. It's so interesting for the show. It's one genius who defined the times, who invented the computer system when he was much younger. I love the idea that, yeah, he already invented the wheel, and he can never measure up to the wheel because it was so revolutionary. He's trying his best to make the next wheel, but it turns out you need to have a glider next, as in isolinear, and then the next thing's a huge reinvention which he's not smart to do. So he thinks mental processing is the way to go forward. Some logic to that, but also his ego, his pride, all that comes into play. He's a phenomenal performance in this. And again, his blackness doesn't affect it at all, so it's great for the 60s. He's great and strong and weak at the same time. He's great. And it's really sad to see so much killing and destruction of the different colonies. It is quite upsetting because it's so clinical, because the ship is just doing what it does, and it's just kind of cheating though, because if it's war games and the power level against ships that aren't prepared to do anything, then of course it's going to win. But whatever. And the freighter in remastered, I think the first use of the Antares, and the computer with the rotating lights is again iconic. It's an all-round superb episode, which is not boring at all, because it evolves. And there's also, I remember we watched this recently, a clip. I believe this is the one where Shatner, so the Shatner or Scotty, they have a fall. I think they come out of engineering the side room, which is a great reference for that extra part of the set, which you don't often see. And in the same shot, he gets stunned or hit or something, and he falls, and it's actually the actor falling really hard on the floor without padding. And it's like that, and he got back up, and the take is the scene, and it's like, goddamn, that is gonna bruise him, because clearly it's a really good fall. That guy's hurt. That either Kurt Shatner or whatever is hurt. But it's like imagining take 2 when it's already bruised, because imagine blunt force trauma, you get much worse per take. You're hitting on physical damage, so it's a really good sort of visual. Damn, it's a long take as well. I think it's pretty sure Shatner. Yeah. It's great. One of the best.
Yep.
And he rocks purple. Not many people can.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a fantastic episode. Probably in the top 10 of TOS for me.
For ship lovers, 100%. If you look at morals, less so. But yeah, for us sort of thing, I would agree top 10.
Yeah. So 35 votes. B wins with 44%. So I'm going to give it an F for what it deserves.
It was F for a while. It was F for a while.
Yeah, and somebody's going in and doing their shit again. It's pretty obvious because there's a trend, and then it's like, so yeah, somebody's fucking with our algorithms. Anyway, all right, I guess that's it for today, guys. We'll see you. I'll see you tomorrow tomorrow night
Yes,
for
tomorrow
the
night.
first reaction to the next episode, which should be a good episode, hopefully. And then we'll see you Friday for the live reaction and review. So
Yes, we were told this one would be the one to watch if you didn't like Academy. I don't know the context apart from that, so we'll see if it ruins it, if it improves it. I don't know. I'm interested to see and test it out.
and Classic makes a good point. 30 people watching, 37 votes. That's exactly correct.
It has happened more than once this live.
Yeah, I know. So I mean, somebody's fucking with us. So I'm just gonna, when it's obviously ridiculous like that, we're just gonna override it because. But anyway, until next time, he's Commander Cockings.
It's got a Foley.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.